front of the court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1039, White case.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Mrs. White, what brings you here today?
Well, Judge Bonda, nice to see you again. You look beautiful.
Thank you. Nice to see you too. And it's interesting to see you sitting on this side.
Yes, well.
All right, fam, court's officially in session. Judge calls everyone to rise, setting that serious vibe right away. We see Mrs. White stepping up and boom, immediate tension. The judge recognizes her and she drops a compliment. Kinda unexpected. Right, like courtroom decorum, but with a sprinkle of personal feels. You catch that mix of respect and low-key shade? It's setting up the whole drama to come.
If Mr. White?
Yes, Damien is here today. He's finally back from building that bridge.
Right, but it's interesting that you're here making a request because the last time you were here, his ex-wife was making a request for child support and you gave her such a hard time.
Well, you know, back then I was so blinded by love and a bunch of other things, and now
Isn't that ironic?
$signs.
Yes, I believe that I have definitely learned my lesson. Karma has definitely come around.
Okay, well, you said it, but continue. What brings you here?
So I would like to request child support for our 2 beautiful children.
Now, Mrs. White explains why she's here. She wants child support for their 2 kids. She's making it clear she's struggling solo and worried about pulling the kids from their school and friends. This is where the emotional weight hits. It's not just money, it's about stability for the kids. But then the judge throws in some past receipts, reminding her about how tough she was on her ex's ex-wife before. Oof, karma alert. Can you feel that shift? From I'm struggling to I've learned my lesson. Courtroom tea is brewing here.
Okay.
I cannot send them to school on my own. I don't want to pull them out. You know, they have their friends and they're doing so well, and I would hate to make them change schools.
Okay, and you said that you're paying tuition?
Yes.
Are you paying it or is Mr. White paying it?
Well, when we were together, we were paying it. But, you know, now that I have to find a new job and to subsequent the money that I no longer have coming in, I need his help.
Okay, all right. And how much is tuition?
Tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Okay. Per year?
Yes.
Okay. This better be a pretty great school.
Yeah, it's connected to Yale and Harvard.
Oh, okay, interesting. So, how was the bridge? Because you definitely didn't show up for court.
She breaks down the tuition, $5,000 a year per kid, and it's a fancy school connected to Yale and Harvard. The judge's skeptical but intrigued reaction adds that little extra flavor. Then the question about the bridge comes up. And wait, Mr. White wasn't building a bridge. He was at a conference in Italy? Ha ha ha. Caught lying or just a mix-up? Classic courtroom moment where you can see tension and credibility on the line.
Last time?
No, I did not, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm guessing everything went well.
I'm a civil engineer, Your Honor, and I was in Italy for a conference, not the building of the Bridge of Gibraltar.
Oh, okay.
You must have lied to
Well,
me.
she didn't know.
Apparently didn't know that there's a large step up from being housewife to employed.
Oh. I caught that. Continue.
So I'm currently paying the insurance for our children.
Okay, and how much is that?
$500?
Okay. And that's for both children?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Continue.
Now, I don't understand exactly why.
Mrs. White says she's currently paying for the kids' insurance, about $500 for both. The judge listens carefully, setting up the financial picture. But then Mr. White gets to speak, and suddenly he's dropping the reality check. I'm the only one working here. He throws shade on her spending habits and lack of income. Boom. This is where the emotional stakes explode. This is pure courtroom drama, calling out contradictions and hypocrisy on the spot. It's like a verbal showdown.
My loving wife would think that in combination that we are paying for our children, considering I'm the only one that works. And quite frankly, she does not
Okay.
and only spends.
That's
Okay.
not true. That's not true.
Ma'am, he's speaking. Okay. So you guys are going through a divorce. She now is getting ready to work because she's not working yet, right?
From what I'm told, Your Honor, yes.
Okay. And this tuition, is it accurate what she said?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. That's a pretty expensive school, but I mean, it's, it has its affiliations. I definitely understand. $500 for health insurance, and how many other children do you have?
Just the one other with my...
Judge confirms the facts. Tuition's expensive. Health insurance covered, other kids accounted for. Mr. White has another child from a previous marriage, adding more complexity to the financial responsibility. Then comes the official child. Support amount, $1,391. The judge lays it out straight. Mrs. White needs to keep working. She can't just rely on him forever. So far, the court's making it clear that both parties have responsibilities. Money and effort both need to. Come in. But what's next? Will Mrs. White be able to keep up with these demands?
my ex-wife.
Okay. And then you all have two together. All right. And I do have your child support amount. Giving you credit for the health insurance as well as credit for your other children. Your child support amount comes out to $1,391. Okay. Now let me explain to you how that affects you. You're definitely going to have to get a job.
Oh, I do have a job.
Well, you're definitely going to have to continue working that job, because if you notice, his child support is only about close to $1,400. You said tuition is about $5,000 a year per child.
Right.
So after he pays child support, he does not have to give you anything extra. You understand that?
Oh, I completely understand.
And you understand that you will be covering the difference.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and you're okay with that?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Is there anything further? Sounds pretty straightforward to me.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, anything further?
Can I just let you know that I do have a legitimate job, okay? Like, I have my own hair care business. It's starting
I
up.
thought that was a question for me.
Mrs. White confirms she understands that the support amount covers tuition only partially, so she's responsible for the difference. She agrees without drama, which is a bit surprising after all the tension. Then she reveals she has her own hair care business, slow but steady income coming in. Judge congratulates her, keeping it professional but positive. This moment feels like a soft landing. She's showing independence, but the judge is reminding her
Are
reality.
you talking to him?
Well, I'm just letting both of you know that I do have a legitimate job.
Okay,
you
great.
know, and it's doing pretty
Congratulations.
well.
That is wonderful. Anything further? Okay, if there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
All right, here's the lowdown. This case was about a divorced couple sorting out who pays for what when it comes to their kids. The court ordered Mr. White to pay $1,391 monthly in child support plus keep health insurance, but Mrs. White must keep working to cover extra costs. This ruling highlights how courts try to balance fairness, but it also shows how complicated family money stuff can get. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more courtroom drama with all the juicy details, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, drop your thoughts below. Who do you side with in this case and why? Can't wait to hear your takes.